All right. So now we are going on to the third chapter. Sorry, third verse of the 14th chapter. अब ये थर्ड वर्स हमें ये सिखाता है कि सबकी शुरुआत कहां से हुई थी. Where did it all start? यस, जीवा प्रकृति के कांटेक्ट में आया. कब, कैसे, हाउ दिस मटेरियल वर्ल्ड, जीवा इन मटेरियल वर्ल्ड, व्हेन इट स्टार्टेड, कब शुरू हुआ ये सब. So that is explained in the 14th chapter, third verse. So we will go there, 14.3, and we will continue. You're able to see this sloka? Okay. Krishna says, Mama yonir mahat brahma tasmin garbham dadamyaham sambhava sarva bhutanam tato bhavati bharata. So what does Krishna tell here? Krishna tells here that it is Mama yonihi mahat brahma. So he says this Mahat Brahma. The Mahat Brahma is the Mahat Tattva, which is the combination of all the material elements. The 24 Tattva hote hai na, all together, put together, is this Mahat Brahma. Everything. In fact, it is nothing but the whole sum total collection of all elements. So Mama Yoni. That means, Are, I am the source. मेरी वजह से मैं वो योनि हूं जिससे, जस्ट लाइक माँ की योनि से जो है संतान उत्पत्ति होती है. द चाइल्ड इज बोर्न फ्रॉम द वूम्ब ऑफ द मदर. सो कृष्णा इज टेलिंग, आई एम द वूम्ब फॉर द मैनिफेस्टेशन ऑफ दिस महत तत्व. महत तत्व यानी कि द एंटायर 24 मटेरियल एलिमेंट्स, सब कुछ जो भी है, भूमि, रापो, आनलो, वायु, कम, मन, बुद्धि, अहंकार, सब कुछ, देवतास, द कर्मेंद्रियास, ज्ञानेंद्रियास, एवरीथिंग जो भी है. We have discussed this earlier. That's why I'm not repeating it. Tasmin garbham dadamyaham. And how it happens is I, then later on, उसमें क्या होता है, महत तत्व जैसे आ जाता है. As soon as the महत ब्रह्म महत तत्व happens, see, it is I am the yoni. That means मेरे गर्भ से महत तत्व is formed, and then I impregnate this महत तत्व with what? सर्व भूतानाम, all the living entities. सारे लिविंग एंटिटीज को मैं यहाँ पे जो हूं मैं डालता हूं. एंड ततो भवति भारत. एंड देयर आफ्टर क्रिएशन हैपेंस. मुझे लगता है मुझे थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन करना ही पड़ेगा. आई हैव टू एक्सप्लेन एंड आई विल डू दैट. आई लव टू एक्सप्लेन दिस सेक्शन. ओके, आई विल स्टॉप द एनोटेशन. ऑलराइट, तो सिर्फ मैं ड्रॉ करूंगा, नोबडी एल्स. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड, ही इज महाविष्णु. एग्जांपल, महाविष्णु doesn't look like that, just assume. Okay, just assume he's Mahavishnu. And from Mahavishnu, when he breathes out, yes, he breathes out, from all his sweat pores come out many, many universes. Yes, many, many universes come out of his body. We have seen this picture. What's our universe? So let's see one universe. Yes. So this sum total collection, initially it is together, and that is called as Prakriti. Prakriti. So Prakriti is like a young girl, a very small girl. Prakriti, छोटी सी लड़की की तरह. The Prakriti at the right time becomes Pradhana. Pradhana means a mature girl. She attains puberty, attains maturity. That is called as Pradhana. And then Mahat Tattva. Mahat Tattva is the time when the mature girl becomes a pregnant woman. Because this is the time when the Supreme Lord impregnates the material nature with what? With the jivas, jivatma. Mama yonir mahat brahma. So from Lord Brahma, Mahat Brahma has come, and with his drishti, his glance is called as Shambhu. Glance is called as Shambhu. Shambhu is another name of Shiva, right? So it's actually Shambhu who impregnates Parvati or Prakriti, Mahat Tattva. Vishnu never ever deals, because Parvati and Shiva are husband and wife. So Vishnu never ever deals directly with Parvati. So it is Shambhu through the glance that he impregnates this. And Mahat Tattva, then later on, now Mahat Tattva is pregnant woman. So after the delivery, the product is called as false ego or Ahankara. And this Ahankara is of three types. There's three types of Ahankara. The first one is called Rajasik Ahankar. So first is called Satvik Ahankar. The second is called, I'm just extending it here, Rajasik Ahankar. And the third one is called Tamasik Ahankar, which is nothing but goodness, passion, ignorance. So Ahankar is also three types. So that is the product, the three babies generator. All right. So what does Satvik Ahankar contain? Satvik Ahankar contains the mind and the devatas, sense devatas. Each of the senses have a 10, there are 10 senses totally, correct? 5 karmendriyas, 5 gyanendriyas and 5 karmendriyas. Gyanendriyas are all here. Karmendriyas are all throughout the body. So the 5 karmendriyas, 5 jnanendriyas, each of the karmendriya and jnanendriya have one sense devata associated with them. And the Rajasik Ahankar gives rise to intelligence, and it gives rise to the 10 senses. The Tamasic Ahankar gives rise to Pancha Mahabhut, Bhumi, Rapo, Analo, Vayu, Kham. So these 5 material elements, which are called Mahabhutas, this is a result of Tamasic Ahankar, and also 5 Tanmatras. What are Tanmatras? Tanmatras are actually Shabda, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, Sparsha. Sight, smell, sound, touch, and taste. They are called Tanmatras. So all this is how creation happens. This is called Karana Srishti. This is how creation happens. Right? So what is Krishna telling in this sloka? Mama Yonir Mahad Brahma. So it is from my womb. Yes, ultimately everything, all universes are in Krishna's womb only. So from Krishna's womb, when he exhales, all the universes come out. Mama Yonir Mahad Brahma. So then that forms all these material universes. And then what does Krishna do? In Krishna's womb, some more people are there. Who are they? All of us, living entities. So then Krishna, with his glance, he transports all the living entities into the different universes as per their karma. That is what Krishna is telling in this verse. Is it clear? Any doubt? कोई प्रश्न किसी को पूछना है? Yes.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. प्रभु जी, जो आपने बताया सात्विक माइंड, फ्रॉम सात्विक, फर्स्ट डिलीवरी ऑफ सात्विक अहंकार, from Satvik Ahankar, mind and sense devatas comes out.
Yes.
And these sense devatas are for 10 senses.
Yes.
Okay, and then these
like
5
eyes is Surya Dev. The nose is Ashwini Kumaras. The ears are Dig Devatas, directions. So like that all. The tongue is Mitra Varuna. The mouth is Agni. So all sense devatas. Hand is Indra. So like that, there are 10 sense devatas. That is post. The post. The devatas don't matter. The post is not yet filled, but the post comes.
Okay.
Devatas means the devata potency comes. दैविक शक्ति आ जाती है, फिर बाद में जाके उन देवता को पोस्ट भी मिलता है. जैसे बिफोर अ कंपनी स्टार्ट्स, अ पर्सन में क्रिएट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, टेबल्स, चेयर्स, कंप्यूटर्स, डेस्कटॉप्स, सब कुछ अरेंज हो जाता है. फिर जाके इंटरव्यू होके फिर एक एक को अपनी अपनी जगह मिलती है. राइट? उसी प्रकार से वो सिस्टम सब रेडी हो जाते हैं. So devatas in that sense. Then the person goes and occupies the position, whoever is qualified. Yes, mind and sense devatas. They come from Satvik Ahankar.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. So this, you can see it once more. आप देख सकते हैं. This is the whole creation. So Mama Yonir Mahad Brahma. From my womb, when I exhale out, all universes come. And when I glance, I impregnate this particular Mahat Brahma with all the living entities. ये glance जब होता है शंभु, that means all living entities are which are who are also there in Krishna's womb, they are transferred into different universes. अलग अलग universe में वो लोग चले जाते हैं. Is this okay? So that's how the living entities are sent to this universe. शुरुआत इधर से होती है. So since the universal creation, this is the contact that one has with Krishna. तो ये contact है. Is this clear? ये clear है? ठीक है. We go to next sloka. So thus he is now establishing a relationship. ये बताने के बाद भगवान जो है रिश्ता क्लैरिफाई कर रहे हैं. Is putting the relationship between him and all of us. हमारा और भगवान का क्या संबंध है? So what is Krishna telling? सर्वयोनिषु कौन्तेय मूर्तयः संभवन्ति यः तासां ब्रह्म महद्योनिर् अहं बीजप्रदः पिता. So Krishna is telling sarvayonishu, all the species which are there. Totally कितने species है? Anyone knows how many species are there in total? कुल मिला के कितने हैं? Totally there are 84 lakh species. Yes. Should we count? I'll tell you. Jalaja Navalakshani. There are 9 lakh species of aquatics. जो पानी में रहने वाले हैं, there are 9 lakh species. Jalaja Navalakshani, fishes and all the aquatics, 9 lakhs. Second, Stavara Laksha Vimshati. Those stationary objects, stationary, those who don't move, they are 20 lakhs. Stavara Laksha Vimshati. Next, Krimihi, Krimi Bhasma Rudra Sankhyayi. The who are worms and kitanu सब बोलते हैं ना, kitanu, worms and germs, they are of Rudra Sankhyayi, 11 lakhs. Pakshinam Dasha Lakshanaha. The birds are 10 lakhs. Birds पक्षी होते हैं 10 लाख के होते हैं. Trivimsha Lakshah Pashavaha. There are 30 lakh kinds of beasts, 4-legged creatures, beasts and animals of 30 lakhs. And Chatush Lakshani Manavaha. There are 4 lakh human beings. Total kitna hua? What's the total?
$82.
दो कम पड़ेगी क्या?
कीड़े वगैरह कितने? 9 लाख?
11 कीड़े 11 है. हाँ.
84 हो.
Yeah. 84. Yes. So there are 84 lakh species. 84 लाख योनि ऐसे हैं. So Krishna is telling सर्व योनिषु कौन्तेय, जो जितने भी योनि हैं हे कौन्तेय. Yes. मूर्तयः, मूर्तयः means मूर्ति, forms. अलग अलग फॉर्म्स के अलग अलग योनि है. What all forms are there? संभवंती, जो प्रकट हुए हैं. संभवंती means to प्रकट, to appear. So what all different forms have appeared in this universe? मूर्तयः संभवंती याः तासाम ब्रह्म महद्योनिर. Please understand that these all people who have taken birth from this material substance, aham bija pradapita, I am the seed giving father. तो मैंने ही इन सबको जन्म दिया. So that is a relationship between living entities and all the living entities, all the species and Krishna. कृष्ण और सभी जीवात्माओं में यही संबंध है that aham bija pradapita. Krishna is the seed giving father of all existence. सबका, everybody's seed giving father is Krishna only. So Krishna thoroughly establishes relationship. So that is why it is important that we don't kill other children of Krishna. Yes, बिल्कुल नहीं मारते. Just like what had happened once, there were parents. His parents had 3 children. 2 were quite grown-up children, and one young boy who was there was a little retard, थोड़ा पागल type का था वो, retard kind of person. He was not very intelligent. Yes, मतलब बहुत परेशानी देता था सबको. So the parents, they were going out, and they told that they told the other two, they called the two elder children and told, आप दोनों को जो है ये छोटे बच्चे का बहुत अच्छे से ध्यान रखा, आप ध्यान रखोगे? Will you take care of this small one, young one for me? They said, all right, we'll take care. So the parents went, and after this parents came back, जैसे वो वापस आए, they came back, they were nicely welcomed by these two children. आइए बैठिए, उनको पानी दिया, they were given water. And after all these things, then they asked, the parents asked, where is the third one? Third one? अरे उसको मार दिया हमने. We killed him and we threw him somewhere. बहुत परेशान कर रहा था. He was troubling us quite a lot. So we killed him and we threw him. He didn't deserve to stay among us. What do you think the parents would have, how do you think parents would have reacted? Very, very upset. अरे, what you have done, you killed, he was our child. अरे पागल सा व्यक्ति था. He was retarded after all. एक पगले के लिए तुम हमसे गुस्सा होगे क्या? No. Whoever it is, however small, however insignificant, however less intelligent, child is always a child. So similarly, the human beings are the intelligent child of Krishna because they got this human body. That doesn't mean they have the right to kill, torture, or to play around with the other species who are also the children of Krishna. वो भी भगवान की ही संतान है. That's very clear. Aham bija pradaha pita. I am the seed giving father for all these living entities. So this has to be clearly understood. Is it okay? ठीक है. Next shloka. So abhi Jivatma is born. Born means he has come to this material existence from Krishna's womb. That from Mahavishnu's womb, he is born in this. वो कैसे भी तरह material contact आ गया उसका. अभी क्या होता है? What happens now? Next. I think somebody can read this one and the next one. Third and fourth we'll read, then we'll go ahead. Someone can read.
The total material substance called Brahman is the source of birth, and it is that Brahman that I impregnate, making possible the births of all living beings, O son of Bharata.
The next one.
It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father.
Okay. So now how does the living entity get trapped in Maya, in Prakriti, in material nature? That is explained in this verse from here onwards, this section. Sattvam rajastama iti gunaha prakriti sambhavaha nibadnati mahabaho dehe dehinam avyayam. Okay. So whenever there's Maya acting, गुणः प्रकृति संभवाः, किस तरीके से प्रकृति जो होती है प्रकृति संभवाः, how does prakriti act on a living entity? Prakriti acts upon a living entity through three modes of nature. So sattva gun, rajogun, or tamogun. Through these three gunas, the prakriti acts on a living entity. And what does it do? The prakriti nibadnati, she ties, bandhan, she puts a condition around the living entity. Oh Mahabaho. See, you are very strong. Mahabaho. Mahabaho means very strong. But still, Prakriti holds the living entity with these ropes. Guna का मतलब क्या है? Guna means qualities. Oh, उसके बहुत अच्छे गुण हैं. People say, he has very wonderful qualities. Guna means what? Guna also means color. And Guna also means ropes. Rassi. The ropes are also called as guna. So with the rope, what do you do? With the rope, we tie animal. The cattle is tied with the rope. जानवरों को बांधते हैं rope से. जिस तरीके से the man holds the जानवर with the rope is buffalo. Buffalo is a thick-skinned animal. Very thick-skinned animal. No? If you beat buffalo also nothing happens. Thick-skinned animal बोलते हैं इसको. But buffalo is easily controlled by putting a rope around its nose. उधर rope डालोगे, the buffalo will carry everything for you. Especially in Bengal, when it gone to Bengal, Mayapur Yatra, they use buffalo for carrying things. So that the buffaloes, they go like this. उनके नाक में बंधा हुआ है ना, नाक में एक बार control हो गया, anything they will do for you. Any animal, you tie with the rope. Similarly, Maya ties the living entity with the rope. उसको भी जो है रस्सी बांध के जो है Maya controls the living entity, and she has 3 different rassis, 3 different conditions. Yes, sattva, raja, and tama gun. Yes, sattva gun, raja gun, tama gun. Like that nibadnati. She traps a living entity. She holds. How many of you seen that picture in ISKCON books, etc., where there is a man, he's tied to ropes, and there are 3 ladies. Yes, red, blue sari, yellow sari. Dekha hai? So first time I saw that picture, I thought that this man has 3 wives. इसकी 3 बीवियां हैं और ये तीनों मिलकर इसको पूरा लाइफ कंट्रोल कर रही है. I was wondering, अरे इसका क्या 3 बीवी इसको कंट्रोल कर रही है? That is something I thought. Initially, then later on I understood. When I read Bhagavad Gita, I understood. Actually, it's not like that. In fact, that person is we only. हम लोग ही है वो. Who is that person? We. And that rope is the guna with which Maya, the yellow color represents which guna? Who can tell me? Yellow rope is which guna? Yellow color sari.
Sattva. Sattva.
Sattva guna. And what about red? Rajogun. And the black, the bluish black, Tamogun. Correct. Tamogun. So like that, there are 3 ropes that bind us. Dehe dehinam avyayam. So anybody who's got this material body, as soon as you get into this material body, the ropes will continue. They will definitely control you. Yes, the ropes will continue. And this entire chapter, ye pura jo 14 chapter is about this guna. The 3 ropes that bind us. Kaise hote? What are the qualities? What are the characteristics? That's all explained in this particular. So now one may ask a question. How are we bound by these 3 gunas? Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Kaise, kis tarike se hame bound karti hai? How does it trap us? How are we trapped by this? So that is explained in the next 3 shlokas. So first, the nibadnati of sattva is sattvam nibadnati. How is a person trapped or controlled by sattva guna? Usko bataya gaya pehle. Let's see what is that. Tatra sattvam nirmalatvat prakashakam anamayam sukha sangena vadnata jnana sangena chanaga. So he's telling, Krishna is telling, Tatra, see, amongst all the 3, Tatra Sattvam Nirmalatvat. What is Mala? Mal means impurity. Nirmala means Nirmala, pure. No impurity. It's called Nirmala. So amongst the 3 gunas, Tatra Sattvam Nirmalatvat. That means the best or the purest. The best or the purest out of the 3 is which guna? It is Sattva guna. Sattva is best among 3. That's what Krishna is telling. Sattva is the purest. Sattva sabse acha hai. Sabse pure hai. And what is the nature of Sattva gun? Prakashakam. Prakashakam. That means it enlightens. What is the meaning of Bharat? हम लोग भारतवासी है ना. भारत का मतलब क्या है? Anyone knows? Some of you googling. अरे गूगल मत करो प्लीज. बिना गूगल के बताओ. Bha means light. Rat yani ki the one who shows the light to this entire world. So that is the expectation. Yes, the expectation is Bharat means one who enlightens the whole world. It's called Bharat. That is why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also said the same thing. Bharat bhumi le yara manushya janmayar janmastartaka kori koro paropakar. So especially those human beings who are born in Bharatvarsha, you have 2 things to do. Perfect your life. Janmasartaka kori koro paropakar. Then go out and preach. There's an instruction Mahaprabhu has given because you're all staying in Bharat. This is a Punya Bhumi. You all will assimilate spiritual knowledge very easily, and then you can give it to the whole world. And Prabhupada writes in many, many purports that actually it is India has failed in her duty to preach Krishna consciousness to the whole world. Because of this, there is a chaotic condition all over the world. Like that Prabhupada writes in the purport. India failed in her duty. So Prakashakam. So Sattva Guna, somebody who is controlled by Sattva Guna will definitely have Prakash, enlightened knowledge. वो रहेगा. Anamayam. Anamayam means there is absolutely no kind of sinful reaction. It's a very, if you act in sattva, you don't get sins. सत्व गुण के प्रभाव में जो है पाप लगते नहीं. There are no, you don't act as per sinful activities. That's what happens when you are in sattva guna. Not control. Anamayam is a very pure mode. एकदम शुद्ध है. And but two things you get. Sukha badnati, jnana sangena badnati. Sukha and jnana. Sukha means happiness and jnana means knowledge. But Krishna is calling Arjuna Anagha. Agha means what? Agha means sin. You remember there's one Aghasur who came to Vrindavan? Aghasur. Aghasur had taken the form of a big serpent with reddish eyes who had opened his mouth and he was waiting for all devotees, Krishna, to go inside. Ayad aaya kuch? Aghasur. So Agha means sins. So similarly, Anagha means sinless. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, Anagha, matlab sattva gun se bhi asakt mat hona. So sattva gun is also a condition. It is also an entrapment of Maya. Maya trapped. Getting trapped by Maya is only sattva gun. Why? What is the problem? Aadmi sukh mein rehta hai, gyan mein rehta hai. Kya problem? Anyone wants to answer this? What is wrong with sukha and gyan? Who would like to answer? Try, don't worry. Try. कोई ट्राई करना चाहेंगे तो ट्राई कर सकते हैं. कोई पेनाल्टी, नेगेटिव मार्किंग कुछ भी नहीं है. प्लीज बिंदास ट्राई कीजिए. ट्राई इट आउट. व्हाट्स रॉन्ग विद सुख एंड ज्ञान? May fall down. How? We are still trapped in karma. Okay. Person remains in comfort zone. So what happens? No bhakti and no realization. Okay. If not in association, one will fall down. Okay, yeah, वो तो है, कोई भी हो. Even if you are doing bhakti without association, will fall down. ऐसा कुछ नहीं. ठीक है, I will tell you. बताता हूँ. As Shelly Mataji, she is always very close. Persons remain in comfort. Correct. Sukha means what? Sukh. Sukh. So one goes from sattva gun to tamo gun. One becomes lazy, complacent, and goes to tamoguna. Same way, knowledge. Someone has knowledge. I'm better than all of you. And where does he go? Rajogun. So there's a good possibility that a person slips from. So one will not remain in sattva forever. Sattva is a temporary phase for a time being, and the sukha and jnana will eventually drag a person to ignorance and passion. So one will fall down. Yes, that's what happens. So that is why Krishna is telling Arjuna, Anagha, oh sinless Arjuna, please, mat karna ye, don't get into this sattva guna business, because this is something which will trap you. Sattva bhi ek trap hai. Okay, what is Rajogun then? Let's go to Rajogun. Let's go means let's see what is Rajogun. Rajo ragatmakam viddhi Krishna sanga samudbhavam tannibhadnati kaunteya karma sangena dehinam. Okay, so what are the characteristics of a person in passion? The first thing that a person has, tatra rajo rag atmikam. In Marathi, rag means anger. Mala ragala, खूप ragala, I am very angry. But in Sanskrit, rag means what? In Sanskrit, now it's normally in classical music also rag means somebody singing, there is also rag. But here in Sanskrit, rag means attachment, material attachment. So Rajogun is born from attachment, from desires. Yes. So that is how Rajogun is born. Attachment. Number 2, Trishna Sanga Samudbhavam. Trishna Sanga. Trishna means it's a hardcore longing. Trishna. So those who don't want Krishna, they will be taunted, they will be saturated with asat trishna. Asat trishna means unnecessary hankerings. Unnecessary hankerings. That's what will happen everywhere else. People will be unnecessary hankering from here, there. And how many of you have got this realization that once you come to bhakti, you stopped wasting time? Kaise ko hua? Yes, you stopped wasting time. Varna, now I'd like to ask you all, when you are not Krishna conscious, when you are not with Krishna, how people waste time? You know, how people waste time? Apna koi batayega nahi secret. So that's what I'm asking. How normally people waste time who are not Krishna conscious? Bataiye, please tell.
On social media and मतलब इधर उधर घूमते रहना.
Okay, unnecessary roaming around, social media. Prajalpa, very nice answers. Good answers are coming on screen. Yes. Gossiping, binge watching. ये तो famous हो गया, binge watching. WhatsApp, TV, serials. और क्या है? What else? What else? Prajalpa, nonsense talks, un-Krishna conscious talks, and that goes for a long time. Gossips. Facebook, sense gratification. Okay, what type of sense gratification? Sleeping too much. Cricket. Jealousy, pursuing jealousy, etc. Yes. So a person is trapped by all these things. So these are all called asat trishna. Unnecessary. Sleep is required. So we have a good hours. Ayurveda says good 6 hours of sleep in the night is good. But beyond that is again asat trishna. So when we don't have Krishna, then we are attracted to cricket. We are not devotees of Krishna, we become devotees of Sachin. People say Sachin is God of cricket. Then people have God like that. And these gods keep changing. Bradman, Gavaskar, Border, Satyendulkar, Kohli, they keep changing. Names keep changing, name, form, everything is changing. That's what. So that is called Asat Trishna. So that is passion. And Sangha means a want of a deep sense of attachment. So there is Sangha and Trishna. So these are the two qualities of passion. Sangha Trishna Samudbhavam. Sangha Trishna Samudbhavam. Sangha or Trishna. One is deep attachment. Now, when do you understand? Actually, हम लोग का attachment कैसे? You are attached to something. How do you understand? We actually don't even come to know. We come to know only when that thing is taken away from us. जब हमसे that thing is taken away, that's when we realize, oh, I was so attached to it. All right, I didn't even know. मुझे पता भी नहीं था. I was so very attached. Yeah. Imagine spending one day without your mobile phone. We cannot. No, Prabhuji, bilkul nahi. I can't imagine. One day without your laptop. Oh, Prabhuji, क्या बात कर रहे हैं Prabhuji आप? One day without feedback, हाँ वो चलेगा. No problem. Without feedback चलेगा. One day without Bhagavad, हाँ वो भी चलेगा. But mobile laptop, बाप रे, वो तो चाहिए. उसकी चाहिए ही चाहिए. Without that we cannot live. So when that is taken away, you imagine your day without that. One day. Many people of late do it purposely, digital detox, and it's very, very difficult. लोग बोलते हैं ठीक है, we're not going to touch laptops or mobiles today. ऐसा संकल्प लेते हैं. Next, after 1 hour, they break it. They understand, अरे ये तो practical नहीं है. अरे there are people in the past, just 20-30 years back, who have lived without laptops and mobiles. लोग जीते, कैसे जीते होंगे लोग? People imagine, अरे बिना electricity कैसे जीते हैं लोग? How people lived without electricity, how people lived without TV, how people lived without laptop and mobile. कैसे? Communication कैसे होगा? So many of them, they think. So now what we have done is, in the mode of passion means excessive, unnecessary, so much of attachments we have increased, unnecessary attachment. That's why Prabhupada also used to say, if you are not attached to God, you will be attached to dog. So once Param Puji Loknath Maharaj was there in Juhu Beach. He was there in the Juhu Beach and he was doing kirtan. So that time one girl had come. She was crying, did you see my dog? Did you see my dog? Did you see my dog? Where is my dog? My dog is lost. She was searching. Where is my dog? So Loknath Maharaj immediately remembered gopis. When Krishna disappeared from the Rasa dance, gopis also, where is my God? Where is my God? They were also crying. Yes, they were also crying. So ideally, she was also looking like some gopi. ऐसे दिख रही थी वो, दिखने में भाव अलग था, बिल्कुल opposite. So she was looking like a gopi, but instead of asking, where is my God? Where is my God? किधर चले गए कृष्णा? Where are you? Jayati tedikam janmana vrja sharata indira shashvata trahi daitadrisyatam dikshutavakas tvaidrita savas tvam vichinvate. They start singing beautifully the Gopi Geet out of separation for Krishna. Waiting, so Krishna nahi hai, so they start singing. Now he also singing, where is my dog? Where is my dog? So like that, this is called Asat Krishna. So living entity will be, if you're not attached to Krishna, attached to this, you will be driven by passion in this way. So people search for many, many things. Now there was a social networking site called Orkut. How many of you remember there's something like that? Yes, some of them. Yes, tha. So वहां पे जो, you know why it was started? There was a boy who liked a girl. He was childhood sweetheart. To find her, he started the social networking. उसको मिल गई, उसने company छोड़ दिया. So people can go to such an extent people go to, start this worldwide social networking. This is passion. This is called Rajoguna. Singa Trishna Samudbhavam. So this is the kind of drive that passion can take. A person can go crazy and mad. Tan nibadnati kaunteya karma sangena dehinam. So this person is bound by material fruitive activities. That is passion. Now we understood what is passion. Sanga Trishna. The attachments, the longings. That is there. So if we want Krishna, there won't be Asat Trishna. And when there are a lot of Asat Trishnas, we will not have Krishna. So you have to choose Trishna or Krishna. एक चीज choose करनी चाहिए. Krishna या Krishna. If you go for Krishna, no Krishna. If you go for Krishna, no Trishna. Both we cannot have. हमको Krishna और Trishna दोनों चाहिए. अरे, that is too much. That we cannot. Then what about the mode of ignorance? Tamogun क्या है? That we will see in the next shloka. Tamas tu. Okay, you can read. One of you can read this translation.
The mode of passion is born of unlimited desires and longings, O son of Kunti, and because of this, the embodied living entity is bound to material fruitive actions.
Yes. Some people say, come on, we need passion to achieve big things. What is wrong with passion? See, the passion that is used in their sense and the passion that is used in Bhagavad Gita, there's a, first of all, there's a difference. Yeah, there's a great difference. Number one. Number two, we should have enthusiasm, but we should not have passion. Enthusiasm means endeavoring with intelligence. Passion means endeavoring with one's own whims and minds. One is driven by anarthas. Passion means driven by anarthas, driven by longings, driven by karma, attachments. On the other hand, enthusiasm is good. Enthusiasm means driven with a service attitude towards Guru. Yes. So what all top-notch businessmen we see in this world, they are all driven by passion. On the other hand, Srila Prabhupada was driven by compassion. Srila Prabhupada was driven by enthusiasm because he had service attitude towards his Guru. That's what was the drive. Srila Prabhupada accomplished how much? Yes, how much did he accomplish? Yes, 14 times he circled around the globe in 11 years, making 5,000 disciples, 5,000 followers, more than 108 centers he made. He wrote 60 to 70 books, all in just 11 years. Many farm communities, kitna kuch Prabhupada ne kiya. But this is not passion. This is utsaha. Utsaha nishya dhairyat. So this is out of compassion. All right. So you should never mix passion and compassion. Duryodhana fought the war out of passion. Arjuna fought the war out of compassion. Because through his arrows, all the warriors are going to get purified. Tatheva chanye naraloka veera Yad ahave Krishna mukharavindam netre pibanto nayanabhiramam parthastra puta padamapurasya. All those soldiers who died in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, seeing Krishna's beautiful face, they all went back to God. And this was the compassion of Arjuna. Passion plus good cause transfers it into compassion. Is it right, Prabhuji? Well, passion driven, guided by the goodness of a spiritual master's instruction, transforms it into compassion. If there is no Guru's blessings, there is no Guru's guidance, Guru's path, then it is only passion. Somebody may be preaching very enthusiastically, but Guru tells him, go and wash the pots in the kitchen. No, I will preach. That is passion. On the other hand, Guru tells, come on, go and preach. Go in the West and preach. That is compassion. Being an instrument of compassion. Let's see what is Tamoguna. Jada describe karne ki zarurat nahi. Kali Yuga souls are very, very happy. This is the guna in which most of them are there. Because if you see, every age is also divided into guna. Sattva guna was most prominent in Satya Yuga. In Treta Yuga, it is Rajogun. Dwapar Yuga, mixture of Tamogun and Rajogun. And in Kali Yuga, fully Tamogun. That is the maximum population. They are driven by Tamogun. हम सबका favorite गुण है. So we all know it. हमारा बहुत गहरा संबंध है. We have a very, very solid relationship with this particular guna. Let's see. Tamastu ajnanajam viddhi mohanam sarvadehinam pramadalasya nidrabhis nam nibadnati bharata. Okay. Tamastu ajnanajam. The mode of ignorance is born by ajnana. The mode of the tamas means darkness. It's a mode of darkness born by ajnanajam. It's born out of ignorance. And mohanam sarvadehinam. It deludes all the living entities. And it has three qualities. Nidra, alasya, pramad. Sleep. It has madness. And it has laziness. So I have to go right now. But I'm going to give all of you homework when you come next time. So next time we'll meet at 4:30. But I want you all to observe this entire week. Let's all observe how much and how are we succumbing to these three modes. Kahan, kab, kaise. How exactly we succumb to these three modes of passion, ignorance, and goodness. And we'll discuss mode of ignorance also in detail next time when we come. But let's just try to find out how we are getting succumb, and definitely we'll have some realizations to share. We'll do that next time and we'll meet next week. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. Bhagavad Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samasta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.